This is Rep Podcast, episode number 228. When I was in college, I got in trouble. Learn the business. Learn some valuable lessons that will help you in your business. That's coming up.
This is the Red Podcast. How to reach more people, establish your authority, and deliver your message. Here's your host, David Hooper.
I'm going to go way back to 1991. A young 19-year-old David Hooper, by day studying commercial music at the University of Memphis. By night, hanging out at warehouse dance clubs, listening to music like this. That summer, before I moved to Memphis, I'd worked like crazy. I'd saved up all my money. And the reason I did that was because the university gave me a P.O. box. And when I was younger, really starting about the 5th grade and into high school is when I first got into this, trying it myself. I'd always been interested in chain letters. And with the university giving me my own P.O. box, I thought, this is my opportunity to go big. So my plan was to place a ton of classified ads in tabloid newspapers, papers like the National Enquirer, National Examiner, The Sun, The Globe, several others. And then I was going to sell information products through the mail. I had this thing called a red box. You go down to Radio Shack, buy some parts, and you could make a machine that would allow you to have free long distance from payphones. But some of those products kind of work from home things, kind of chain letter-ish. So I wrote the ads, sent them in, and ordered them to start at the exact time that I would be arriving in Memphis. Got to Memphis in the fall, waited a couple of weeks, no mail, nothing, at least not from the ads. I was getting personal mail, bills, magazines, things like that, but none of the mail that I was expecting. So I went to the post office on campus. This was a big university, had its own zip code. It's a real post office, not a student-run thing. And I talked to the guy at the counter. I said, hey, I was expecting some mail, but I haven't gotten it. So he goes to the back, and when he returns, he tells me, he said, you need to come around the back. So I go through a side door back behind the counter, and he introduces me to his supervisor, and I tell her the same thing. I was expecting some mail, and I didn't get any of it. And she asked me, who was the mail addressed to? And there was something about the way that she asked it and the fact that I'm in the back of a post office and I'm selling plans for this machine that not only is it illegal to use, but it's also a felony to possess. And I'm selling work from home information. So I had to think on my feet. And I say, my band? She said, what's the name of your band? And I was like, work? And she said, the name of your band is Work? I was like, yeah. We play music, but, we call it Work. Ha. And then she points to the corner, and in her office are these stacks of these white plastic tubs, and they say property of U.S. Postal Service. And she says, there you go. Stacks and stacks of mail bins, big plastic tubs, all of them full of mail for me. And she explains to me, with this P.O. box, we can't deliver mail unless your name is on it. Because we've got students coming and going. This P.O. box is on the campus. A lot of people have used it. A lot of people don't keep it very long. So only your name is going to get through. But come back in a couple weeks, and if there's any more mail for you, I'll give it to you. That was the start of my mail order career. And every week or so, just like she'd suggested, I'd go back to the post office, I'd see this lady, and she'd have more mail for me. So everything was going fine. Mail's coming in. I'm running these ads. Then a couple months later, I get a certified letter from the Postal Service. Not just the Postal Service, but a postal inspection letter. In it, a copy of one of the ads with an option for me to either talk to them about the ad or sign something saying that I would stop doing business. So I stopped it. Sort of. I kept the information products, kept the red box plans, dropped all the work from home stuff. There are a few things that I learned from this experience. I'll be sharing with you the pros and the cons of this business and the things that you should keep in mind for your business. This is the Red Podcast, the podcast for experts. If you want to make more money selling your specialized knowledge, if you've got a message that you want to spread, you want to make people care about it, this is the podcast for you. This episode brought to you by createyourlist.com. If you want to quickly build an email list, I've got a free resource for you to check out. If you go to createyourlist.com, you'll get it now. What would another quick 1,000 subscribers to your email list do for you? You can find out now. Go to createyourlist.com, exactly what you need to do to add another 1,000 subscribers to your email list. It's free, it's easy, createyourlist.com. I just kind of stumbled upon this business. I didn't know much about mail order. Like I said, I'd been really fascinated by it since I was in about 5th grade. Used to order stuff out of the back of Boy's Life magazine all the time, every week. I was getting my mother to write a check for me. I would send something off, wait 4 to 6 weeks, get something in the mail back. I got on a bunch of mailing lists on purpose, and I'd heard that you could call a mailing list provider and you could say, hey, add me to your list of opportunity seekers. And when you did that, people would buy those mailing lists, you would be on them, and because of that, you would get tons of offers through the mail. And once those lists got sold and sold and sold again, you would get even more. So I was getting all sorts of stuff to my house, to my parents' house when I was growing up, probably from 5th grade on. I was fascinated by ads in the back of magazines, and especially the ads that would come to me in the mail, direct mail marketing. So seeing that my exposure from that early age was the get-rich-quick stuff, it was kind of that edgy kind of stuff like lock-picking kits, or build this contraption, you'll get free long distance at your house. That's kind of how I got into that. Makes perfect sense that those are the first 2 businesses that I would go into when I started my mail order career. And the thing that I stumbled upon, without really knowing it, is that selling opportunity works. Just this week, I received a chain letter in my box. These things are still going around. I'll have an image of this on the website, redpodcast.com/228, if you want to see what this postcard looks like. The headline, it says, $10 could change your life. Only serious individuals need respond. Return this postcard, and then it has 2 options. One, $10 plus 3 forever stamps for your enrollment pack to get started now. Includes 90 postcards and leads. Or $5 plus 2 forever stamps for the information pack only. That's an opportunity. For $5, $10, this guy's going to get you set up on your own business. And it doesn't matter if you're a 5th grader, a little bit bored, kind of curious, or you're a 40, 50-year-old guy, you just want to make a little bit of money. This is a very exciting offer. Opportunity sells. If you can sell opportunity in the business that you've got, this will work for you. There's a great magazine that used to exist. It's called Small Business Opportunities. You can still pick up old issues on eBay, on Amazon, wherever you get used magazines. There are a ton of them out there. This magazine is full of these kind of opportunities. If you look at Home Business Magazine, full of these kind of opportunities. Entrepreneur Magazine, full of these kind of opportunities. It's not a chain letter. In Entrepreneur Magazine, it's often a franchise ad. Hey, we got this business. It's proven to work. It's a recognized brand. We can get you set up for $10,000. Go. Easy money. Turnkey. You give them your money, they give you a business. Instantly, you get that money back and then some. Opportunity is a big part of it because people aren't looking for an ice cream business. People aren't looking to open up a gym. People are looking to make money. People are looking to get out of debt. People are looking to get out of pain. And even if you're not in the work from home business, you're not selling franchises, this still applies to you. For example, my new podcasting book, podcasting is the opportunity. You've got a real estate business, you're an attorney, you've got a yoga studio. Podcasting is the opportunity for you to get more clients. That's the book, How to Build Your Business with Podcasting. It's not about podcasting, it's about the opportunity of podcasting. CreateYourList.com, the sponsor for this episode. That's not about email, it's about the opportunity of email. You're sick of email. You know about email marketing. You don't need to learn about email marketing, but there's an opportunity in email that you might not have thought of. What would your list be like if you had 1,000 extra people who are hungry for what it is that you're selling? Well, in that case, CreateYourList.com. They'll show you how to do it. Selling opportunity works. And if you can think about what you're selling and then sell the opportunity of it, you will increase the sales that you get. The second thing that I learned from the chain letter business, focusing on pain works. This postcard that I just got in the mail this week, the subheadline, dedicated to eliminating personal debt. Debt-free is where you want to be. Debt's a big problem in this country. A lot of people in debt, a lot of people with so many bills they can't pay them. And these people are going to do anything to get out of that pain, including sending this guy $10 plus 3 forever stamps for the enrollment pack, which includes 90 postcards and leads. $10, it's easy, right? Who's not going to go for that? Now, selling that pain, this guy could do a lot better. He's got a 4x6 postcard. Again, redpodcast.com/228 if you want to see this postcard that he sent me. What could you do if you had a little more time? What could you do if you use the opportunity that I'm pushing, podcasting? Here's how I'd sell it. Imagine yourself out on a date. It's with your wife. Things are on the rocks, and you're trying to show her you're responsible. Maybe it's a new girl. You're trying to impress her. Take her out to a nice restaurant. You have a great meal. You're really clicking with her. Things are going to be okay. The waiter gives you your bill. You give him your credit card. He comes back. Sir, may I speak to you for a moment? I'm sorry, but your credit card was declined. That's pain. That is pain. For somebody who's in debt, almost maximizing their credit cards and being on that edge, very, very scary. You don't want to be caught. You're ashamed of it. You especially don't want to be caught by that new person that you're dating. She's going to find out you're a fraud. That's the pain that I'd drill into if I had more time. This guy's just got a postcard. It's still pretty good. $10 could change your life, dedicated to eliminating personal debt. It's not bad because somebody who's in debt, he's thinking about it all the time. He's thinking about that situation where he's using his credit card and maybe the credit card's not going to go through. You don't even need to mention it. But if you did mention it, he's going to go for whatever remedy you've got. So that's number 2, the thing you can learn from opportunity marketing. Sell the remedy for pain. Number 3, something for nothing. This is especially true for people who are in debt. This really doubles down on this concept because the reason you got into debt a lot of times is because you're looking for something for nothing. You're using other people's money and it's easy to start thinking that it's yours. So something for nothing is a huge selling point. Can you add this to your copy? Can you add this to your sales process? Here's what the postcard says. No products to buy or sell. A simple, honest alliance of individuals dedicated to helping each other eliminate debt. No personal contact. It's postcard driven. We just ask that you mail 1 to 3 postcards a day. Postcards and leads are free. Hundreds, thousands, and even 10,000s possible. Members receive their debt eliminating funds in the mail, and we mail funds weekly. Getting started is easy. Just return this card with $10, cash only, plus 3 forever stamps. That's it. And he backs it up with his nothing to lose guarantee. Upon receipt and review of your enrollment pack, if you don't believe that this plan could work for you, return it and we'll cheerfully refund your $10. Something for nothing. And this isn't just the work from home, get out of debt market. We see this all the time with podcasts, Facebook ads. Go to Facebook. What kind of ads do you see in your feed? If you're like me, you're into entrepreneurial subjects, create bestsellers on Amazon. You don't have to do a thing. The books sell themselves if you know the secrets within this course. Sell via Amazon. You don't even have to stock products. We tell you which products to put up on Amazon. You put them up there. We ship the products to Amazon for you. Amazon takes the orders and sends the products out. All you do is collect the money. And of course, passive income via the web. Put up a site, start making money. Look at what our politicians are selling us. I think Stephen Pressfield said it best. We will give you everything and expect nothing in return. Doesn't work like that. Money's got to come from somewhere. The effort has to come from somewhere. And if it were that easy for somebody to get something for nothing, they'd be doing it themselves. Still, can you add this element into your marketing? Now, I'm not saying to do anything unethical, but can you make it easy for people to get involved? Can you give them a process that's easy to follow? Can you do part of the work for them? Something for nothing. People will pay for that. That's not nothing. That's something for money. And that money could be money that's going to you. That's the good stuff that you can use in your business. There's a great opportunity for making things easy for people. So let me recap those. 1, sell the opportunity. Selling opportunity works. 2, focus on the pain that you'll be relieving these people from. 3, give them something for nothing. Or better yet, somebody's got to do the work. You do the work, but you charge money for it. Those are the good things. What about the elements to avoid? I'm going to use this postcard for an example. One of the big problems with it is that it's a one-time sale. $10 for the kit, then what? Now, assuming that it works, or that I think that it's going to work, I could keep buying more kits. But let's look at the big concept and how it relates to your business, because this may be affecting you right now. It's much easier for you to have a repeat buyer and go find a new buyer. It's even better if you can do recurring billing, web hosting, gym membership, internet access, membership sites. If you can find a way to bill people every month, it's much better than you either having to find a new customer or go back to existing customers and do a brand new sale. Now, this guy with the chain letter postcard, he may have this thing figured out. $10 a month is what he says. $10 a month from thousands and thousands of people, that adds up very quickly. How can you do that in your business? One way you can do it, if you're an expert, you've got a podcast, you've got a newsletter, you've got a blog, Patreon. Take a recurring donation. $1, $5, $10. It adds up. And you could start that right now doing what you're already doing. If your content is good enough, people want to pay you for it because they want to support you, so you continue to do more of it. Here's the second problem. This postcard, it's anonymous. It's faceless. The way to get repeat buyers is to have a relationship with them. When people know you're good, they'll buy anything you have. Look at Apple. Got an iPhone? You like the iPhone? You use it as part of your daily life? Apple comes out with a new iPhone, a new MacBook, new iPad, iPod. If you're using their products in your daily life and you've got a relationship with them, you know their products are good, you're more likely to buy them. For an expert, this is scary. Apple, big company. A lot of people work there. Somebody makes fun of Apple, doesn't like what they're doing. If you work there, you're not taking it personally. But when the brand is you, when the comments are about you and they use your name, it's scary. Therefore, we see a lot of people wanting to be anonymous. Selling ebooks on Amazon, a lot of guys doing that under pen names. And I get it. You can remain anonymous, you can live your life, put out whatever kind of information that you want, and it's a buffer between your customers and you. You don't have to answer to the naysayers. But on the other hand, having a good brand, it means a lot. I mentioned the quote from Stephen Pressfield a minute ago. Stephen Pressfield released a book recently. Knew nothing about it. I bought it based on the name. And if you're looking to grow your expert business, your name means something. If you can do what you do well, it makes selling a lot easier. Number 3, the general concept of the chain letter. It's what I call a money maker. It works, but it's not a real business that you can build upon. So let me explain the difference. With a money maker, you can do more of it, and that allows you to make more money because you're doing more of it. But what happens when the Postal Service shuts you down? You think, I'm not doing anything illegal. That's never going to happen to me. Yes, it can happen to you. I've seen it happen to a lot of experts. Let's go back to the Amazon Kindle business. Amazon changed the rules. Used to be, you could give a book away on Amazon. You got paid per download. Then you had to read so many pages of the books that you gave away. Then the person who downloaded the book, if they read so many pages of it, then you got paid. Then they shut down duplicate books. I'll give you an example of this. When Kindle started taking content from information marketers, there was an opportunity there for information marketers to get public domain content, say a book like Think and Grow Rich, maybe the Bible. You could put your version of that content up on Kindle. Well, the problem was Kindle users were having a hard time finding out which versions were good, which versions were not. Some versions were proofread, they were formatted nicely. Others, not so much. They were just thrown up there because people wanted to cash in and get something for nothing. So what did Amazon do? Shut them all down. One Bible, one version of Think and Grow Rich. That's great if you're the guy that they picked to stay, but if you're one of the hundreds or thousands of other people that were getting your piece of the pie on that, you're done. You're done. Amazon changes the rules. One day you're making money. The next day you got nothing. YouTube recently changed the rules. Changed the way they did ads. Some of these YouTube celebrities, they could put up videos, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, some of them millions of views per video. Some of the content got sketchy. The advertisers who were paying for that content, which is how these YouTubers were making their money, they saw the content, finally found out what they were paying for, didn't want any part of it. YouTube changed the rules on how these YouTubers got paid. So literally, you have guys making $1 million per year. Not so much now. Google, SEO. If you're getting any of your traffic from Google or another search engine, people are typing for what you've got. You come up in the search and result, they click on it, that's how you get your traffic. That can change at any minute. Any minute. This is the big reason why you want to have your own mailing list. This is the big reason why you want your name and your personality behind what it is that you do. Google can't knock that off. Your own mailing list, if Google doesn't want you, if YouTube doesn't want you, if Amazon doesn't want you, you take that mailing list somewhere else and you let the people on your mailing list know where you are. Having your own list and bringing your personality into it lets you do business wherever you want to do business. Final thoughts on the chain letter. Again, if you want to see this postcard, go to redpodcast.com/228. I have a photo of it. $10 plus 3 forever stamps gets you the kit. I'm curious about it. There's something about this postcard makes me say, yeah, I kind of want to see what happens if I send this guy $10. I mean, I don't think I'm going to make hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of dollars, but I kind of want to see what his business model is. He takes cash only. This is pretty interesting. Cash only. Checks will be shredded. So I've got $10. I've got my 3 forever stamps. I'm in. I'm going to send this off. It's, kind of shady. You don't know if you're going to get anything back. But I want to see how his business works. I mean, his business is sending these postcards out, and he needs me to do it. So I think that I probably am going to get something back. I'm going to send it off, see what I get back. If you're curious to know how it works out, I'll have an update for you here on Red Podcast. If you want to make sure that you don't miss it, go to redpodcast.com. In the top left corner, you will find ways to subscribe. Every episode delivered to you free of charge. Doesn't matter if you're on an iPhone, an Android. I've got an app for iPhone. I've got an app for Android. However you get your podcast, one click is all it takes. Redpodcast.com. Go to the top left corner. I'll have that update soon. The next episode, how to train your customers to buy more stuff. Lessons from a dog trainer. Sounds harsh, doesn't it? Dog training your customers? Yes. Lessons from the dog trainer, how to train your customers to buy more stuff on the next episode of Red Podcast. redpodcast.com to subscribe. Make sure you don't miss that episode. If you've got questions or comments, reach out to me. Twitter is the best way to do it. At David Hooper on Twitter. Thank you so much for listening to Red Podcast. If you've enjoyed this podcast, tell a friend. You'll help me spread this message of how to reach, expand, and develop your audience. Thanks so much. See you on the next episode.
You've been listening to Red Podcast. Never miss an episode. Subscribe now with your iPhone, Android, or via RSS at redpodcast.com.